All right, can y'all hear me on this live? Give me a quick second here. We are live. Welcome, 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 welcome back to the episode. The internet is on. Is it working? Let me make sure the sound is working before I start talking and get into this stuff. Let me make sure the sound is working on my end. Get into this stuff. Make sure the sound. Okay, can y'all hear me good? I want to make sure we good. Thank you, Queen B More, for the $20 super sticker. Thank you so very much. So we get this live started. We got the internet working. Everything is working. So now we get to go live. Okay. Use up pretty much all of my data on my phone. So when the internet's not working here, I can't go live. But now the internet is working. Thank God it is Friday. Let me first tell y'all, I was listening to a broadcast. I was listening to this song that if I ever were to do a documentary, it's the song. Shout out to Pretty Boy Rich. He's a rapper out of New York, underground rapper. So I was listening to one of his song called "Hear Me Calling." Great record, emotional record. And I've always said, if I ever do a documentary, I definitely want to put that record on the documentary. He's an underground rapper, and I just logged into my SoundCloud, and all of my episodes that I had on SoundCloud have been deleted because SoundCloud wants you to pay money on your account. You have to have a premium account in order for your episodes to be on there. So you know how that goes. So all of my old episodes, I'm interviewing artists. All of it is gone pretty much unless I pay money for SoundCloud. Even Blog Talk Radio, you guys, y'all just joining into the chat. All of my episodes gone because Blog Talk is out of business. Blog Talk shut down. I'm kind of sad because all of my interviews on there. When I first met all of my friends in the gay scene in Chicago, interviewing people at house parties, all of that material is gone. The interview that I did with Trina Braxton is gone. I think I got a clip of it on YouTube, but I should have downloaded each episode and put it on a hard drive, but it's gone. I'm so upset about it because it was a lot of good episodes on there. Even the episodes on there, I forgot his name. I can't think of his name, but he passed away and we did a memorial service to that. That's gone. When I did a memorial service for Whitney Houston on the radio show, gone. Episodes that we did with Justin J, and we had it was a whole thing going on with YouTuber allegedly sleeping with her gay kids. That episode gone, which was the highest rated episode on Blog Talk Radio when we did it. I will never forget it. That was the first and only check that we got from Blog Talk Radio, and I'm upset about it. So that taught me a good, valuable lesson that when I do videos or do podcasts or do stuff to bag it up on a hard drive. So I want to thank my subscribers. Y'all have purchased me a hard drive. So a lot of stuff I got to make sure I download it. So just in case if I lose it, I can always have it to re-upload at a later date. So that's all that good stuff was going on. But welcome, y'all. Welcome to the show. I see y'all in here. I did put in a title about Lil Durk. I'm so glad they pushed his trial back. They pushed the trial back because I'm a fan of Lil Durk. I think Lil Durk is an incredible artist. And his pretty much they were saying, listen, we're not ready. We're not ready to go to trial on January the 20th. I believe they was trying to do it. We need to push it back. Even some of his other people said they need to push it back. So they pushed it back until I think either April or May. So all the people that's trying to go to the trial, say they go to the trial in January, it's not going to be in January. They pushed it to April or May. This trial, they were saying he have a state case and a federal case. So we don't even know if President Trump even going to say, "Hey, I'm going to pardon him." We don't know that yet. But what we do know, they pushed it to like April or May, I believe. So that is when the trial is going to start for Lil Durk. I'm a huge fan of him. I don't like all of his songs. You know, I really am a fan of King Von. I think King Von was an incredible talent. He was an incredible talent, but yes, and he had a song. I like that one song he had, and not a whole lot of Lil Durk music. It's only one song I like all my life, what he did with J. Cole. I don't like all his music. I'm a huge fan of King Von. Let's be clear with it. Okay, but they pushed it back. And also, too, you guys, let's be crystal clear here. You know, when you go against the feds have a 96% success rate. When you're going against the feds, you got to know what you're doing. Because ever since the feds had a case on against people, they win at 96% chance of a winning streak, of them winning cases. So if you go against them, you better have the best legal defense that you can have. Because they don't play no games. They don't play no game. They brag about it. They said 90%. And then a lot of lawyers will tell you, hey, do you really want to go against the feds? They have wiretaps. And what they accuse Lil Durk of, you know, him, you know, deleting people and ops and all type of stuff, you got to be careful. Because one thing about the Fed, they get recordings, they got snitches, they do wiretaps, they have wiretaps. They had access to his Apple Watch. This is Lil Durk. He tried to leave and flee America and go somewhere else out of the country. And they caught it when he was on his way to a private jet to leave the United States of America. The feds got access to his Apple Watch or to his location, to his Apple Watch and all that. And they call him, they arrested him. So it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all when you're trying to run for the feds. Not a good look at all. I see y'all in here, not a good look at all. Trying to leave the United States and the feds caught it. Boom. The feds don't play. Even though, you know, we got a president in there, he wicky wacky in the head a little bit, but the feds, they don't play. They get your recordings, they get your computers, they get the log into your email. Even now, due to a law that was passed, like they even listen to our phone conversations. It, you know, it is what it is. Someone said in here, yeah, the feds were able to convict Diddy basically on the stuff he did outside the case because they fumbled the bag. And the feds still were able to, he still served some time. Did they get everything that they wanted from Diddy? No, but he was able to serve some prison time. But the only reason why Diddy didn't get a lot of time, because he spent a lot of money on some good lawyers. If you poor, broke, and all that, most of them just take a plea deal. They don't go against the feds. If they just take whatever they say 20 years, okay, I just take the 20 years. Because you broke. But if you got the money to fight it, you go take your chances. Take your chances. I see y'all here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Lil Durk taking his chances and all that. I do believe he's gonna be found guilty. That's me. But I would love to go to the trial to experience it. Just to sit down in the courtroom, the experience, to see him in there. His father is a Muslim, so I know he's gonna be praying Allah. Oh, he's gonna be praying Allah. Because his father is a Muslim, a devoted Muslim. But his father used to be a drug dealer, allegedly, used to run the streets of Chicago, used to sell drugs. And that's why Lil Durk was inspired by a lot of stuff. He was doing a lot of stuff like that. Okay? But you're gonna lose your core if you poor and broke. But even let's get into Milagro, even like Milagro Gramz. And Milagro Gramz came out and she fighting the case by herself. She's doing it by herself. Her lawyers dropped her, and she pretty much said that it's against her constitutional right to say that she's not media, to say that you should just do what the trial court, what the jury said, that she's media, and that she's just doing it by herself. And people were saying that is impressed by Milagro's response to Megan's lawyers. So they are impressed. Milagro argues that the injunction is unconstitutional prior restraint on protected speech unsupported by the trial record and barred by the jury findings that she is a media defendant under Florida law. She also said there's no irreparable harm, no malicious intent, no specific conduct identified that could justify restricting her future speech. This is her representing herself. And the different thing I kind of feel bad and I kind of like want to mourn and cry is because Milagro is poor and she fighting against a system that got disposable income. Megan just opened up a restaurant in Miami Beach, if I'm not mistaken. Did she just open up a Popeye's chicken spot? So you're going against a machine and everything like that. I hope that I hope that Milagro study the law, research the law, do a lot of reading on case law about appeals and stuff like that. She got to get a lot of information for that. And then also, too, her audience let her down. Her audience literally cannot raise the capital for Milagro Gramz. She needs to at least raise, I would say, $500,000, and she couldn't raise it. She couldn't even raise $250,000. Her audience let her down. All they do is sit and drag and talk about folk. But when it was time for them to really give their queen, Milagro Gramz, a chance of fluctuating with cash, they couldn't do it. Which Milagro Gramz should have did a OnlyFans. She could have been playing with herself, get some toys, playing with her husband on her show, on her OnlyFans, and she could have, because when I go to her, no offense, but when I go to her Instagram stories, she just pretty much want to take her clothes off. She's showing her chest meat. She's showing her thighs. She's showing her booty cheeks. So she could have just get flat out just naked on the OnlyFans. She should just got flat out and put the baby oil on OnlyFans. She could have invited me for an episode on the OnlyFans, and it could have gave her some influctuating of cash. That's what she needed, because she's pretty much giving us a show on her Instagram story. I'm really watching her Instagram story and I'm seeing it. I'm like, just take your clothes off, baby. Just take your clothes off, because I'm like, I'm getting kind of turned on by this. I'm like, why not just do an OnlyFans? Because you pretty much want to take your clothes off on the story. That's when I went to her story. She halfway to taking her clothes off. It's like no offense, but that's what I saw with my own two eyes. I'm looking zigzag ways. I'm like, oh, this is delicious. Like, why won't she just do OnlyFans? And I should send her a voice note and tell her to do OnlyFans, but her audience, y'all let her down. Y'all let her down. Y'all let her down, and it's a shame. It is a crying shame. Y'all couldn't raise $500,000 for her. She needed big bucks. And I understand that the lawyers can't work for free. I understand that. Let me see if I can leave her a voice note. What? Let me see. Good morning, beautiful. You are beautiful. I really believe that you should do an OnlyFans. Just hear me out. I do believe you should do an OnlyFans and put the chocolate, you in bed with chocolate, baby oil, with all type of things. I do believe you should do it because you have a beautiful body. You're very attractive, and it looked like you want to take off your clothes on the Instagram streets. So I would love to see you do an OnlyFans. If you are available to it, do an OnlyFans, charge people $20 because that's your calling card, and that can help you to get an attorney. I do believe you should do OnlyFans, in my humble opinion. I left her a voice note. So let's see if she respond and doing a voice note. Let's see if she respond with that. I did leave her a voice note. Let's see if she would respond to that. I left her voice note, and I did leave her voice note. Why not? And no, her body is beautiful. Like her body is beautiful. I know y'all say the filters and stuff like that, but what I'm seeing from her is gorgeous. It's just beautiful. It's like no shade. Like her body is beautiful. Like she's a beautiful woman. And it's one picture, she got like her thigh up, and I just like, oh my God, like flat out just attractive. I'm not even gonna lie, just very attractive. Her husband is blessed to have that. To come home to that is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why she do the well, she did explain in the interview with Tasha the reason why she liked the filters is because she's addicted to the filters. But she don't need filters. She's a beautiful black queen. But her audience, unfortunately, they let her down. They let her down. And if I were her, I would even pull back doing 6 hour lives, 4 hour lives. I would give them people what they gave me, a 30-minute live. Because they only gave her 30 minutes worth of coins. And it's sad. It's sad. Yes, she's married. She's married. So we should see, and she have another case that she have to fight with the subscribers in her camp that's suing her. It's just sad. Like it's overall like really sad. And when I look at it, I'm like, she would have came out better sitting on Armon Wiggins' couch and having an ally, and them like they work together and say, hey, let's do a show together. You know what I'm saying? Let's air a show like once a week to bring some influx of cash. But to see her just drag Armon on Tasha's show was just a bad look. That was a dumb move, even though she's highly educated. She's highly educated. And I get it. Her mom was a drug addict. I get it. But out of all that, she didn't become a drug addict herself. She became a successful mother and wife, and she just needs to learn how to make a big bag. And I'm still learning how to make a big bag on these social media streets. But it is kind of sad that she may lose this appeal and may have to pay attorney fees and all that. That's a lot of money that she have to pay. And she don't have it because she didn't even have it for her lawyers. Even the black lawyer that really stood there and fought for her and really presented a good case to the jury, he had to drop her because, again, a lawyer have a family that they have to take care of. They got to take care of their kids. They got to even probably got to do private school, medical costs, rent. You got to pay rent for the office space. He probably got a staff that he have to pay. So you can't. That was a blessing for them to do a pro bono for the trial, but trying to go on the appeal process, that's more money. That's more legal research. That's more making copies of the legal files. It's a lot. No, her husband did not leave her. I don't know who put that rumor out there. Her husband is still there. Her husband is still there. She just did an interview with Tasha K, and she talked about her husband. She's still in a relationship with her husband. Her husband was on Twitch when she went live. When she was in the court. When she was in the court. So she's still alive. I mean, she's still married and she's still alive. Yeah, she's still married and she's still alive. She's still married and she's still alive. Just don't understand that. Okay? I'm just being real. It was in court document that they're separating. I didn't see those court documents. Send it to me. What in court documents said they were separated? If it said in the court documents that she separated, I didn't read those court documents. You can send it to me at wileyshow@gmail.com or DM it to me on X at Wiley Show, and I'll read it to the people. But I didn't see. But last from my understanding, she's still married. She's still married. Okay, we're gonna go with that. And if she is separated from her husband, it is sad. It's sad because get into that and get into just streaming of cases of all that is wear and tear on the marriage. Because correct, it put wear and tear on the marriage. It does. It really, really does. And her husband is not like a media savvy person where he know how to edit, like Tasha K husband, know how to make thumbnails and all that. She's pretty much the talent. When she's making the thumbnail, she's editing it. She's the talent. She's the voice. She's all these things. And her husband is not a person that can help grow her platform. He's not from that lifestyle. Now, if he is, she can correct me and she can call in and she can say, hey, Wiley, actually, you're wrong. He do know how to edit. He do know how to make a thumbnail. Then I will correct the record. But as of right now, only thing he know how to do is eat cereal, sling that pain, take care of the kids, and play Twitch, play a game on Twitch. That's what he know how to do. With 3 people watching. I'm just being real. So she said she stay lying, so don't believe a word she says. Well, again, listen, I do feel bad for her. I know it's people in here that don't like her, that went and don't like her. Um, Somebody said, why is no one saying the quiet part out loud? Millie went so far, Millie went too far, and now she's suffering the consequence. She can't and won't beat this. She needs to cut her losses and move on with her life. Well, she had to fight it. I give her credit for fighting it by herself. But it is sad. Her mouth got her in that situation. And it's shocking that we all watching this, and she got herself in this. I was in jail when I got the news that she was being sued. I felt bad. Thought I felt bad. Did I feel bad when she got sued? When she got sued? Or did I say I'm not shocked that she got sued? She just did too much. Did I say that? I probably said that. I don't think I was sad. I need to call Katie because Katie the one that told me when I was behind bars. When I was behind bars about it. I don't think I was sad though. I don't think I was sad. I think I said she got herself in a situation doing her talking and stuff like that and got herself. I don't think I was sad. Did I become a little emotional of it? I did. I did because I'm like, she didn't deserve. I mean, she's a mother, she's a wife, and then her children. You know what I'm saying? Because you work for you to provide for your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Provide for your children. And so this could be a lot, of stress to her. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it on there. Um I'm just being real. I'm just being 100% real here, whether you like it or not. In this particular case, well, I know a lot of people is upset about it. I know some people is probably celebrating this, but for me, um, she did get herself in this situation. I agree, but now she got to fight it on her own. Okay, she got to fight it on her own. Speaking about cases, also too, that was going down my timeline here. I definitely want to dive into it really quickly, if you all don't mind. Um, the incredible R&B just star, Chris Brown, his $500 million defamation lawsuit over a history documentary thrown out. A judge has dismissed Chris Brown defamation lawsuit against the companies behind the 2024 documentary Chris Brown: A History of Violence. According to Billboard, a court order issued on Monday, January 12th, threw out a $500 million lawsuit Brown filed against Warner Brothers Discovery. The 36-year-old singer sued the companies last January, accusing them of promoting and publishing false information in pursuits of likes, clicks, downloads, and dollars. The documentary looked at several assault and SA abuse cases, SA allegations made against Brown over the years. Over the most serious claims came from a woman who said Brown R-worded her on Sean Diddy Combs' yacht in 2020. Brown lawyer argued in the lawsuit that the woman's story had fallen apart because of the contradictions in her account. They also claimed she hid text messages that could have been used as evidence as she reported the alleged incident to the police. But in his dismissal order, the judge said the court found the documentary addressed those issues fairly. The court has personally viewed the entire documentary. The documentary recites most of the inconsistency the plaintiff notes, including the evidence of the text messages the judge wrote. He added that the filmmakers presented a balanced account. A media defendant thus presented a fair and true report of the woman's statement, and that the judicial record and proceedings read the ruling. Brown also claimed he was defamed by comments made in the documentary by the writer, Shaid Kohou, whoever that name is. I butchered that name. Who said Brown has pre-deposition for punching women in the face. The judge rejected that argument, noting that Brown has himself previously admitted to punching the singer Rihanna, and Brown presented no evidence. Okay, so they denied it and they thrown it out. Okay, they thrown it out. They thrown it out. I got Kaya in this. Kaya been getting into it with what's the girl auntie? Who was she getting into it with? She was arguing against. I know she had got into it with Nicki Minaj. She was cussing out Nicki. She was saying that Nicki and her husband and all that type of stuff. All that type of stuff. Oh my gosh. All that type of stuff like Nicki and something like that. And then she was cussing out this other Rick Ross baby mama. But I just saw Brandy just posted something, y'all. Brandy just posted. Oh, well, I cannot wait to read her memoir. I cannot wait to read Phases. I can't wait to read that. I'm not gonna pre-order it. Oh yeah, it was Tokyo Tony. I'm sorry, I said yeah, it was Tokyo Tony. And she was arguing with Tokyo Tony, and they was going at it, Kaya and Tokyo Tony, and put a note to the Brandy stuff. So she was arguing with her, cussing her out, Tokyo Tony out. And I'm like, why are you cussing out Tokyo Tony? And I'm like, I get it. Tokyo Tony is weird. I get it. She's a very problematic human being, but she's entertaining and funny. So is Kaya. You know what I'm saying? Kaya gets on her page and she drags people. She talks about people. That's what Kaya does. Kaya does that a lot. You can't beat when she says she write down her reads and then she go at it. Like you can't even get mad at her. Like it's like no shade. I love Kaya. I love her music. You can't get mad at her at all. She comes out swinging. She comes out swinging. She just comes out swinging. Okay. So and also this Brandy piece, you guys. I gotta get Brandy book. You know, I gotta add that to my library. Anybody knows me, know that I love me some Brandy. Anybody knows that I am a huge Brandy fan. And I can't wait to read this book. And I hope that she goes in all details of her life, the good and the bad. And I'm going to read it. It's probably going to take me one day. I'm going to go to Starbucks, give me some caffeine, and just chill and read her book. Okay? I'm tempted, if any of y'all cash out me or something, because I'm tempted to get an Oprah new book. I'm tempted because it seemed like the book is going to be good. I'm tempted to go and get her book. I'm just tempted. And then I'm going to review it. I'm tempted because I saw her. She was at the bookstore in New York, and she was signing copies. I'm like, I am so tempted to get in that book. I'm just tempted because usually it's a hit and miss with me with her. It's a hit and miss. It's a hit and miss. Um, Dream Doll just posted something. Shout out to the Shade Room. Dream Doll said the video of her dancing in church is old. I don't play about my relationship with God. She was dancing in church. Oh, wait a minute. She's shaking her butt in church. I thought she was shouting. Even though I'm a fan of Dream Doll. I'm a fan of Dream Doll. I'm a fan of her. But why is she shaking her butt in church? You supposed to, I'm up behind. You supposed to shout. You supposed to praise the Lord. Is that praise the Lord? Or is she twerking for God? And she laughing about it too, y'all. Oh my God. She is just shaking her butt. Why do people go to church and do stuff like that? Just go to church, shout, speak in tongues, wear your church clothes, be, you know what I'm saying? People have made church out to be a joke. And speaking about that, I might as well speak about Drewski. Did I say his name right? He did a skit about the church, and I was upset about it. I really was upset. And then I stopped because I was like, oh, he's making fun of the false prophets that literally literally just made a false prophet. You said name 3 songs of Dream Doll. One of my songs that I do love from Dream Doll, it's like no shade, is the song she did with Lil Kim called Funeral. That's like one song that I love from Dream Doll. It's like no shade. Okay. And I like everything nice. But she is an amazing talent. She's an amazing talent, amazing talent. And I feel that people should just give her credit, even in her album that she came out with, Life in Plastic 3. All of her albums I really love, but that song that she did with Look Him is my favorite. It's like no shade. I like the song that she did with Look Him called Funeral. Make sure y'all go and download that song today. Natasha, I'm telling you, that's my song. Go and stream it. I love her. And I reached out to Dream Doll, and Dream Doll showed love. Yes, Lil Kim did a song with Dream Doll. It's called Funeral. And shout out to my friend Diddy. He put me on to Dream Doll years ago when she was just coming up. He would just always stream her records. And I just fell in love with her music. No, I did. I'm telling you, I fell in love with her records. I love me some Dream Doll. I fell in love with her records. She just like go stream that song for her. I'm gonna wait for y'all to stream it. Natasha, get on your computer, go stream the song Funeral. And I'm telling you, the song is off the chain. Okay? Go stream it. They said that crackhead started with the Queen Kaya, and Kaya gave just what she was looking for. Love you all. Well, thank you, Mouth Open, for the super sticker. Yeah, I haven't seen Mouth Open in a while. Now, when I come to New York, we gotta link up. Hey, we gotta dance. Hey, we gotta smoke the ganja. Hey, we gotta play the Bob Marley. We gotta, hey, but no. I'm just, what my thing is this. Kaya responded, and I love Kaya. And don't get me wrong, I love Kaya. I think Kaya is an incredible talent. But let me be clear. Let me be crystal clear. I don't want to have no beef with Kaya because that woman could read down, and she writes her reads like she writes them down, like she study you, like she puts you in pause. Like, let me say this about Wyatt. Let me say this about. Let me say this about Tokyo Tony. It is easy to read Tokyo Tony. Her mouth, her spirit is ugly. She's a very nasty person. She was a stripper. She wasn't there for her daughter, Black China. It was a lot of different things. And she lives off of her daughter fame and likeness. She's trash. She was an embarrassment on the Zeus show. She was getting fights with Blueface Mama. And that was an embarrassment. That's why the show didn't come back, because it was like no structure in the show at all. No structure, no structure. They just up there arguing, just crazy. It's crazy. And speaking about Zeus, let's talk about Bad Boys. So some of my people said, why do you should go to Bad Boys? The reason why I don't participate in the Bad Boys franchise is because I'm 35 years old. I don't have time to be trying to fight at all. No, 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 no. I don't want to be on no Bad Boy fighting, possibly get a concussion and all that type of stuff. You hitting me with a chair, because you can hit a person in a chair wrong, and you can end that person's life. And I don't want that to be my life. Absolutely not. You don't pay enough for me to be on the show fighting, getting bloody jaw, bloody lips, just bloody, just stuff like, no, it's just like, I'm not into that. And I don't even like to watch that because it's so toxic and it's so crazy. I don't watch it like that. Like my sisters, they love to watch that show. I don't like watching it. To me, I believe it's a bad look for the Black community. It's extremely toxic, and they don't pay them people enough for the amount of violence that they do. I like to watch choreographed fights, like wrestling. I'm a huge fan of wrestling. I feel like it's predetermined. I like to watch stuff like that. Boxing, yes, but just seeing just that the amount of violence that they do on shows, and it's going to turn our wrong. Somebody's going to get their life ended on that show. Just watch. It haven't happened yet, but it will happen. I predict it's going to happen, and it may even happen on the Bad Boy franchise, because the men are more violent than the women. Because you can hit a person the wrong way, then go into a seizure, and go into a coma. It's so many different things that can happen. You can get a concussion. There's so many things that can go wrong in that. And they're doing it because they want fame, they want attention. And all of them guys, they didn't become millionaires. They were broke. It was one guy's, no shade, and I love him dearly. He was in a homeless shelter in Dallas. What was the guy name? I can't think of his name. He was in a homeless shelter, and he was on the show, because they don't pay much. They give you what, $1,500, all that just for $1,500. At least pay me about 80 grand, 80 to 100 grand. You pay me that, then I flip over a table, body slam people at the table. I do that. Yeah. Thank you, Sasha. When the Mummies I couldn't be on the Netflix show after they saw him up there, they because it's a bad look. It's trash. It's trash TV. I saw a clip of Armon clip on Instagram, and I saw that. I said, please don't let Armon be on this show. It's a bad look. He on the show tussling and fighting. Who want, like, come on now? Now I would love to see him like host a reunion show, but being on there fighting, no, you too old to be doing that. But he was recording. I was here for the video clips that he posted on his Instagram story. I said, look at these fools. Look at these fools. Look at these fools. Okay? It's crazy. So I just saw a clip. Matthew Knowles said gospel artists were the most difficult talent to work with. I can believe it. Gospel people is very difficult to work with. Church folks are very difficult to work with. I've been in church. Very difficult. When it get around food, Chad, that's even more challenging. I've seen people cry. I've seen people complain. You gave this person more food than me, or you served this person before me. This is cold. This is too salt. Like, church folks, and these folks supposed to be saved. They're challenging to deal with. Church people, very challenging. I know in Memphis, they don't even want to serve the church people. They don't, when they see them come for convocation, holy convocation, they don't want to see them coming, because they're the most challenging people to serve. And they're supposed to be church folk. Child, you better know what you're doing when you get in church. You better keep your eye on God. Just keep your eye on God, because if they get it's mess in church. Like I would never get out choir rehearsal. We used to go down in choir rehearsal. I'm like, one day I'm gonna have to sit down and like tell that story so I can help the other young people coming up that want to get into church and all that. A lot of stuff I want to explain about that and really like do a deep dive on that. I'm like, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Oh, it's not easy at all to deal with that with these church folk. You can't beat them out shouting. It's just mess. I remember one time I was at church. I was like, all I wanted to do was just serve God. I look at my childhood, especially when I was a teenager. I was so in love with the Bible, so in love with like with church. Let me just tell you, I used to read the word. I used to go because my uncle, I was so close with this man. And he would say, I go in the bathroom and I read the Bible. So that stuck with me. So I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would read the word. I would read the word. I would pray. I was so addicted to church. And I used to love doing praise and worship. I used to love it. And I was good at it. And so I used to do it when it was a youth day. If I used to do it when it was a youth day. So this is one lady. This was one lady, she couldn't stand my guts. And I knew it. I couldn't stand her guts. She couldn't stand me. So she raised her hand. I would never get it. She raised her hand and she asked my uncle, do the youth get to sing just on youth day or every Sunday? I just want to know because the Bible said, let's get an understanding. I'm like, oh Lord. Then my uncle said just for youth day. So my grandmother, like when she went home, she was gossiping about, she was talking about what happened. It's like, why would she raise her hands? Like she got a problem with her keep singing. I'm like it was just rough. Like I was arguing with adults. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. When I see her now, I understand. I understand. I'll be like, okay, I just have to have my distance for her. Like, even when I see her now, I go, when I see her around, I just go the other way because I'm like, this lady, she just did too much. Anyway, but church people, it is what it is. So it was rough, but I was on fire with God. I used to love, what I tell you, I used to love it. And I want to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? And I love the church where I'm at now. I love the church that I'm at now. I watch them online. Shout out to Pastor Kevin Cunningham, Apostle Kevin Cunningham. Shout out to the church. Shout out to Transformation Church. It's really, really good. And even when I go, I don't participate. I don't do praise and worship. I don't do choir. I don't do nothing. When I go, I just sit down, listen to the word, and leave. I even leave before they even dismiss because I want to ignore trying to like talk to people because I've been burnt by church people so much. I try to ignore it. But my pastor, he'll call you up in front of the church. He'll pray for you. He'll do this. I'll be trying to like leave. Yeah, like so. What kind of grown people argue with a child? They have done it, and that's what. Whenever I sit down, Natasha, when I sit down and tell this story, it will make sense. Like I've had so much trauma that I dealt with as a child. This one lady, she used to make me cry. She was so mean to me. And she was so mean to me. We were arguing choir rehearsal. We she would get mad, because I was the choir director, and I always wanted to take the choir to the next level. I just said we should sing new songs. Why are we singing all these old songs? Let's update the choir. Let's be more youthful. Let's sing more songs. And she was just getting mad about it. 'Cause she was the choir president. If it ever was a character to describe her, do y'all know that movie Fighting Temptations with Samuel Jackson wife, the character that was saying with the church bylaws, with the church bylaws saying if you want to be in the party, you must be baptized. Like she's one of those type of characters. Like she like short, it just you could beat this woman into mess. Like, but you couldn't outdo her from testifying and shouting. And I was a kid. I was a teenager kid, so I was like, oh my gosh, wow. Anyway, we're gonna get into this other subject, our last subject here. So I was minding my own business. Now, before I get into this, hold on, give me a second. Give me a quick second. Before I get into this subject, I want people to know I did my research on this subject. It took me 2 days to watch this content. And I'm talking about Denot. Did a video on his Twitch, and he was talking about the case of Armon Wiggins, the case he got against Armon Wiggins' case against Denot. So Denot's lawyer, and not Denot's lawyer, excuse me, Armon Wiggins' lawyer sent to the court a 1,400 page document, 1,400 pages. I think the second batch of pages were like 1,300 pages. So I'm literally listening to that 1,300 pages document. And I'm listening to it. I'm listening to Denot. And so Denot was like, why this lawyer, she didn't even document this right. It go against the California citation, the California how to document this. It's not even correct. Then he said that Armon Wiggins' lawyer is sleeping with Benjamin Crump. Then he was talking about how he listened to what he said. He said that they keep saying he's a fictitious litigator, meaning that he filed this crazy stuff in court fictitiously. He breaks the law. He's a fictitious litigator. But one thing that Denot said, maybe, I don't know because I'm not a lawyer. He said this. He said, if I'm a fictitious litigator, that's the same thing that Google told me, and I beat Google in a lawsuit, and they have to pay me money. Well, Quiet as Kept did my research. They did claim that he's that, and he won against the case against Google. But this is the thing: I'm not a lawyer. So I can't say that what she did was illegal, what she did was wrong. We will see what the judge, because the judge got the final say, right? The judge got the final say. But if Denot, I'm saying it, if Denot wins this just proved that he's a good person that could be a good lawyer. Because if her shit get thrown out, Armon need to fire her ass. It's that simple. If that judge say what you filed, Armon's lawyer, we're gonna throw it out because you didn't file it correctly. He need to fire her. It's just that simple. Because Armon don't know. He hired you thinking you a good lawyer. So we shall see when they have court date. If that judge throw out what she filed and just throw it out, because she filed like 1,400 pages. And according to Denot, it wasn't filed properly. And he said he's going to file a motion to get her stuff thrown out. But if the judge throw out Armon's lawyer documents, like throw it out, Armon need to fire her. Because you better not let a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, beat you in court. If that's the case, you don't need to be a lawyer no more. That's embarrassing if that happens. And I don't want that to happen. Because she even want Denot to pay, they put in the filing to pay legal fees. But let me find out if this lady filed some improper bullshit. Armon need to fire her immediately. Immediately. Because you can't underestimate Denot's part, because he had a record of suing a multi-billion-dollar company and he won a judgment. So he's not a person that don't know law. He knows something because he won that. So if she files some improper stuff, Armon need to fire her immediately. And if she loses, and Armon loses this, And she looked, I would never hire her again if that's the case. So whenever they come out with the judgment, if the restrainer, right now they're in motions because he filed in motions, stuff like that. So she filed the motions to his motion. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. But when I saw it on this Twitch, it took me 2 days to watch it. And he was, to back up his arguments, was pulling up some Google stuff. This man was researching the cases that she put in the filing, said this is improper. She can't even speak good grammar. He was just saying some stuff in there. And I'm like, wow. So again, we shall see on that date. When do they have court? When is their next court date? It's sometime in this month, their next court date. But if it's proven that she found some stuff that ain't right, he gonna have to fire that lady. He got to fire her. Because he's paying, I think she charged $300 an hour or $350 an hour. So he's paying good money for this lawyer. I'm just keeping it real. So we shall see how this is going to play out in the courts. Okay. Ew. Wait a minute. This was just posted on Neighborhood Talk. A 22-year-old man down in Pennsylvania is behind bars after police say he R-worded a woman in her 90s, broke into the homes of other elderly women last year. Said neighbors, now this is just plain nasty. I'm literally disgusted. A man is currently behind bars, hopefully for life, after police say his sick A-word, R-word, a woman in her 90s broke into her homes of several other women last year, according to ABC News. The sick individual, John Vernon Gray, 22, was arrested this past Saturday and slapped with a rack of charges, including R-word, attempted R-word, SA, burglary, and other related offenses. The police say 4 women ages 46 and over 90 were victimized during the overnight hours. Investigators said the first incident happened back on May 10th, 2025, when a 79-year-old woman woke up around 2:25 a.m. to John entering her bedroom on Dock Drive. He took off immediately once she screamed. His sick A-word didn't stop there. About an hour later, John allegedly entered another elder woman home in the community. In the community. According to police report, the woman woke up to John standing in her bedroom. She asked him, "What do you want?" John allegedly wrote, "I want you." He then proceeded to R-word the woman before taking off in the early morning hours. Police said the victim told them she believed John came in through an unlocked front door. Wow. You got to make sure your doors is locked, people. A few months later, on November 8, 2025, John Sick A-word allegedly broke into additional homes. Around 3 a.m., police responded to a call a 72-year-old woman made about waking up to a man in her bedroom. John attempted to lift her nightgown up, but took off when she screamed, authorities said. About 30 minutes later, John allegedly entered another home through a rear sliding glass door. Police said they began touching a 46-year-old woman before she ran and screamed for her husband. Police was able to nab his sick A-word through DNA analysis. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for February 2nd, 2026. That is crazy. What in the world was he thinking? It's some sick people in this world. It's some sick people in this world. Some sick people in this world. Somebody said Armon will lose because his case is weak. And I look forward to Denat's victory. Oh, that's what you're saying. Again, I don't know that Denat will have a victory. I don't know any of that. But what we do know, somebody will lose on whenever the judge make the final decision. You know, and if Armon win, this is great. Then he will have to deal with a stalker. You know, and if Armon loses, then he have to either refile or continue to build up his case to go for round two. That's you have to do it. You have to do it because Denat is not a typical person that don't know anything about the law. Obviously, he knows something, and I'm not trying to say that Denat is super smart, but he knows something about the law. But when he was saying that about Armon's lawyer, that she filed wrong and she didn't the citations, she didn't number something right, and all that legal jargon. I was like, now wait a minute, no, she didn't. Let me find out that this woman filed some stuff that wasn't right. Let me find out. And she found some stuff wrong, and he did a whole live about it, and it took me 2 days to watch it. The first day I was watching it, I fell asleep on it. I was tired. Then the second day, I said, let me take my notes here. It was a lot of pages. It's like no shade. It was literally 1,400 pages this lady had. I said, them are a lot of pages. And correct me if I'm wrong, did he say, for the people that watched it, that the limit have to be 300 pages or something? Did he say like the limit had to be like 300 pages? I'm not 100% sure. He said something of that magnitude. Also, I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Anybody want to call in? I definitely open up the phone lines. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm trying to see if we can open up the phone. If anybody want to call in and give their thoughts here. Okay. Then also, I gotta discuss this because this I'm so tired of seeing this on the news. I'm so tired of seeing ICE agents down my timeline. The media is doing a good job of showing people getting deported and getting arrested, stuff like that. Y'all wasn't showing this media when President Obama had ICE agents arresting people and deporting them out of this country. He deported the most, millions of people. Why we keep seeing this? It's like they're trying to spur up division and sympathy. And black folks, this is not our battle. This, when you see ICE agents, don't y'all go out there pulling out your phone, saying, don't do this. Take your black behind home, go to work, mind your business. Because this is, they want black folks to just lead this and all this. And let me say this, and I know I'm gonna get some pushback, but don't get in your car trying to pull away. If you see police officers, stop. Now, this one case that I did see, it seemed to me the ICE agent was wrong. The ICE agent was wrong to that white woman. He was wrong to do it to her. They blatantly lied, and I saw it played out in real time. Oh, she is a terrorist. I'm like, she didn't run over that man. Y'all literally, this is crazy. But the media keep playing it, and I don't like watching mainstream media because they play the same stuff over and over again. I watch Roland Martin, I watch Don Lemon, because at least with Roland, he give us other stories other than the same story all day, every day. You understand what I'm saying? They said, what are your thoughts on Stephon Diggs in his case for DV? It's pathetic. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's pathetic. She actually didn't hit him with the car. If you no, she didn't hit him with the car. I saw the videos all on Roland Martin's show. I didn't see that she hit him at all. I didn't. Oh, you said I didn't. With the videos that I saw, she did not hit him. Okay. But I ain't gonna be out there protesting because it ain't my fight. It ain't my fight. I just keep my ID on me. And if some pop up, I'll be like, keep my ID on me. And if they ask me, is I'm a citizen, I tell them I'm a citizen. I'm born and raised in this country. I was born and raised in this country. They said yeah, because y'all keep seeing the same stuff on the news. They just trying to strike up some stuff. It's crazy. But it is what it is. I'm not come to this country legally. Okay? Do it the right way. If you in this country illegally, you broke the law, you will be deported. Okay? President President Obama, under his administration, he deported 4 million illegal people. He lost me here. They're attacking everyone, every black person from here. Also, you can compare the two. One is complete racist. One was people of the United States. It's like it always been that way. Again, I'm not about to be out there protesting those people because some of them are taking our jobs. If you're working, that's a job that could be going to an American citizen. I'm just being real. I'm not about to be out there protesting because I support deporting people that's in this country illegally. I support that. I supported it under President Obama. I supported under President Obama. I do blame President Biden for having open borders and not doing enough. They did a terrible job when it came to immigration. Obama did a good job because he's deported the people, but mostly these presidents did a terrible job in Congress because they don't do a better way for people that's already here, that's paying their taxes, and maybe they should have a law if you're already here paying your taxes, pay a fee, become a citizen, faster to become a citizen if you don't have no criminal record. But because we don't have that law in place, you just broke the law. You broke the law. And I'm not about to have no sympathy for you broke the law. So when I broke the law, I had to go to jail. So why should they be here free, breaking the law, being in this country illegally, and I gotta support that? No, I don't support that at all. I don't support that at all. What Trump is losing on is affordability. Groceries are high, gas is high, people losing their jobs. That's what he's losing on. He's losing on that. And that's why they said Democrats might have a sweep in the midterms. So that's what he losing on that. Affordability. He kept saying grocery that. That's a lie. I'm still looking for a job. I'm still unemployed. You know what I'm saying? Many people still look for jobs. It's difficult. It's challenging out there. But the immigration stuff, that's not my ministry. I keep my ID on me. I'm not afraid. If ICE come up to me today, we're ICE freeze. I'm like, yes, sir. How may I help you? Yes, ma'am. Are you a citizen? Yes, I was born in Chicago, November 11th, 1990. I'm a citizen here in the United States of America. Can I see your ID? He got my ID. I'm not going to sit there and argue. You can't see my ID. It is against. And he asks for my ID. I'm gonna let the man see my ID. It's just that simple. I'm going to comply and go my happy way and probably ask ICE for a job. There's no shame. You know what? I'm going to apply for ICE. I'm going to apply for ICE. I'm going to apply for a job. I'm going to apply for a job. And I don't care how mad y'all get. I don't care if y'all get so mad you hit yourself. I don't care. I would love to work with ICE. Get them out of this country. They in here illegally. Look at it, they're gonna get mad. They're gonna get mad. They're gonna get mad, man. I love it, but they're gonna get mad. And like this stuff I'm seeing right here. So on social media, y'all, I don't mind my own business. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. They said, well, damn, social users threatened to delete all the Ludacris music over his participation in a country music festival. Why y'all delete this man music? So what? And this it's just like stupid outrage. You're not gonna delete the man music. You're not gonna delete his music. You're still gonna stream his music. But it's just like stupid. Why can he not make a bag? Like, come on. It's a country music festival. They paid him a bag. You ain't gonna stop streaming his music. Y'all said it on social media and all that type of stuff. Not gonna start streaming music. It's just not. But when it comes to ICE, I don't when I look at ICE, they're doing their job. They're doing their job. Now, I don't believe in you pow-powing somebody in a moving vehicle unless they try to run you over or something like that. You have a right to protect yourself. But if they're going away, I don't think you should be doing a move because you could harm somebody doing that. But overall, I endorse ICE to deport people. You should. That's your job. They're in here legally. President Obama deported people. Why can't President Trump? It is what it is. I'm just minding my own business here. It is what it is. But we need to abolish ICE. No, we don't. That's not going to happen. So, so Icon had called into the show, and he told me, he said, Wiley, you should watch 61st Street. They had on there Courtney B. Vance played in there, and some other folks played in there. So I had went and I said, let me watch it on Netflix. When I tell you that show was so good, it was the best show series that I've seen in a long time. It's called, for y'all to go see it, it's on Netflix, you guys. 61st Street. It is so good. It was sad. It's sad, but it's good. It is so good. I watched that and I was getting pissed. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. But it's good. It's good. So Icon told me, you need to watch that show. And I'm like, wait a minute. Let me see if I can watch it. So I went and I watched it and I said, it's good. I love the show. The show is off the chain. The show is off the chain. It was really good, y'all. No shame. So make sure y'all go watch it if you haven't watched it. His and Hers was good too. That ending gonna have you go, oh. That His and Hers was good too. And I like when you watch some good shows, it's good. And I'm just keeping it real. Did y'all who all watched it? If you watched it, press one. If you watch press His and Hers, I'm gonna go to that second. But for all the watch 61st Street, press one if you watched it. Press two you didn't watch it. Let me know. Press one you watched 61st Street. Press two you didn't watch it. Because it was good. I enjoyed it. It was a good show. It was a really, really, really a good show. It was good. I enjoyed it. So thank you all so very much. Please like the video and subscribe. Thank y'all so very much for watching. Enjoy y'all weekend. Enjoy y'all weekend. Have a good weekend. And I will see y'all later. Thank you. This was a good show. Thank y'all for coming for the morning show. It's only 10:15 here. Love y'all. If I offended any of y'all, post in the comments. Oh, he offended me. He offended me. Oh, I gotta ask this about Tasha K. So I was watching Coffee City, and this before I did the episode, and I saw something. She said, "Tasha K, I forgive you," or whatever. So I'm just literally talking. And I was watching, so Tasha K dragged Coffee City, said, "You don't even show yourself," and blah, blah, blah. And then Coffee City said, "I'm not going to talk about Tasha K and Cardi B." I'm like, huh? What weak crap is that? She was crying because she was in debt. That's what she was crying about. And then when you call her out on it, then she started to drag you, Coffee City. Don't you got a backbone? She was crying. Tasha K was crying because she was in debt. She's in debt. That's why she was breaking down crying. That's why she was boohooing. That's a lot of money you got to spend. Can you imagine you get a check and most of your check got to go to Cardi B? You'll be crying too. And to like that's what she was crying for. Oh, it's hard being a businesswoman. You can't hardly sleep. You got to spend all them hours. Yeah, when you have all that debt, you have to work overtime. It's not fun. Like you have to do that. You have to do your app to keep your subscribers happy because that money you use to go towards the debt. Then you have to post a lot on Facebook because the money goes towards the debt. Then you have to post on Twitch, on TikTok, because all that money, the resources you're getting, a lot of it, most of it, going towards the debt. So it is what it is. And my thing is with her, I know she said she was gonna strike the channel and stuff like that. Then edit that part out. Just keep your part of your commentary. This is why I don't post people content. I don't. Because they if you make them mad, then they be like, oh, this and this. Don't post their content. Because when they in their fifties, in their feelings, they're like, I want to strike because it said I was crying because I was in debt. And she was crying because she was in debt. She was. It is what it is. They said Obama used more drones than Bush. Obama did more deportation than he other. He did. And he's staying 10 toes down on it. The thing about it with Trump, they can't stand him. He plays into it a lot and they records it and they use it for outrage. Oh, Kaya posted something else. She must know I'm lying. Kaya posted this. Kaya responded to Tokyo Tony again after Tokyo threatened to pull up on her. This is a quote from Kaya. Kaya said, quote, if you keep on, I'm going to give Gag Nation your Motel 6 room number. That's what she said. Wow. Yikes. And then wait, they said Trump sends a late night fundraiser email saying he's alone in the dark. Oh, Lord, it's always something. Always something. It's crazy. Oh, now I'm reading this article. I'm just sitting here reading. It's some drama going on in New Orleans. The new mayor in New Orleans can't get into the accounts on Instagram on this official city accounts because the previous mayor did send her the pass. They give the team they send the password. Like it's always something. It's always something. It's always something. All right. This was good, y'all. Thank y'all so very much. I didn't get no phone calls just uploading more because I know y'all at work working. And then yeah, y'all at work working, getting that coin, making that money. That's what I'm talking about. Making that money. Second. Oh, I definitely want to talk about Brian Kahn. Do y'all know who Brian Kahn is? That prophet, he allegedly didn't pay his taxes. He did an interview with Larry Reed, and allegedly they're saying that he might have to serve time in prison. They say allegedly he might have to serve time in prison. Yikes. And he was explaining, he was like, well, I never knew that I'm not used to having that much money back in 2015. But you have to pay taxes on the millions of dollars. It's not free money, but the people that I guess he calling it a clerical error. They don't care nothing about that. Wesley Snipes went to jail for not paying his taxes. Okay, I will never forget. I did. This is about Larry Reed. So oh, I hope we don't play no commercials, child, because it be giving me when they play the commercials. Let me see what time I did the review. I was so skinny in this. I can't wait to be in my studio and do this. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this is what I was talking about, Grandma. I'm gonna let y'all see. Hold on, y'all. Okay. A internet sensation. She was in her mid 90s. Her granddaughter announced that Miss Holla went to be with the Lord. She also had terminal cancer, and she was battling with that. And it's her anniversary of her death, you guys. For years, she was a former teacher, and all of those things were going on. And I immediately was saying that I am praying. Then I went some other thoughts. Who's going to inherit the money? And the reason why I say who's going to inherit the money because it is a I am a plug fool. Why do I always have to go be ignorant? I'm just gonna just say rest in peace, child. Gold mine with her social media lotteries, frappes, and laughs. So who's going to inherit all of that coin and the thousands of dollars that are coming? I did an estimate. I talked to somebody in the family, and they said Miss Holla in the family they get apparently about almost $10,000 a month between Facebook donations and stars, between donations that are sending to the PO box with checks and money orders, and also the monetization on YouTube. So who is going to inherit that money? And of course, you're going to see a fight that's going to happen because when a person die in a black family, typically it'd be some drama that go on. Now, one of the grandsons have been accused of stealing $12,000 from Grandma Holla before she passed. So now the question would be, who is going to inherit her YouTube checks? Who is going to inherit her Facebook checks? Who is going to inherit all of that? And so we're going to keep you updated. Like I said, her granddaughter last night reported that Miss Holla, she died in her sleep. She died peacefully. She did say that she will let us know, meaning the she loved them frappes, them caramel mocha frappes. Mm-hmm. Audience, the funeral arrangement. So we are definitely going to keep her in her family in our prayers, and we're going to see how this is going to go. And I will be keeping my eye out on the grandson because that's what he be spilling all the tea on his YouTube channel. We're going to see how this is going to be played out, in the future. We definitely going to give that breakdown over that because we want to know what really happened, what really going to happen with her money allegedly being missing, and who's going to inherit the money. All right. And this doesn't just happen in African American families. With money, happens in all families. But I just focus on the black family because I'm black. All right. Jaguar Wright, on yesterday, all hell broke loose with Jaguar Wright. Earlier, like I said, yesterday, early morning, she called 911 on her husband. She claimed that her husband was going to pull. This is like just a little. Somebody asked me a question. Wally, do you want Denied? Do I want Denied? No. Why would you ask me that question? Do I want him? I was just covering the story. Do you want Denied? Or and pow her. She said that to the officer. The officer said, "Your son said that did not happen." We get conflicting reports. Then she decided to go and meet her husband at the barbershop, and it was a fight at the barbershop, and they were going back and forth. They were dragging it.
She actually proceeded to get into her car. She put the ashes on her son ashes. Her son is deceased. So she took it and put the ashes in like a little box. It looked like a cereal box or something. She put it all on her face. Then she proceeded to go outside her car. And she proceeded to throw the ashes at her husband. Poof. That's like all that. That's not even, that will be considered to be a success. She considered to throw the ashes on her husband. Whoosh. It's a comedy show that Monique did. She held some powder in her hand and she poosh. So that's what that reminded me of. I said, wow. And then she proceeded to go in the barbershop. Her husband was boxing it out in the barbershop.
You said about Corey Holcomb. I did see the clip. I can't play it because they sending out copyright strikes. But what more can you say about him? He wanted to fight. The dude was backing down. I'm like, because if Corey Holcomb would have punched him, sure. Because if he did it to the outer stand 10 toes down, I wanted him to hit because it didn't really go viral. Like, it is what it is. But I remember this episode, so it's something I want to play on this video too. Let me see.
Solar tried to go in the barbershop. He's a former member of Carbonation. The people didn't allow him in, and they had a drama. Then we leave that piece because that live ended. Then we get that Jaguar got in handcuffs. It was reported that she went to jail. That is not correct. She is in a psychiatric hospital. Hospital. So she's in there getting some psychiatric treatment. And I'm glad that she's getting some treatment. They are definitely putting her in the hospital to get her to do a psych eval on her because clearly she ain't all the way up there. She think Jay-Z is out to her. She think Barbara Walters is out to her. She think Gary Coleman is out to her. She think all of these people is out there because she's a little paranoid. So I'm glad that she is going to get some psychiatric treatment. So hopefully she can come out and being well. Then that happened. Then her husband, which we rarely hear her husband talking. We rarely hear this man talking, doing interviews. He decided to go on a YouTube channel. He was talking like, I don't understand why she would do this. She came to my house and then I caught Solar in the bed and I said, get out of my bed, get out of my house. And then Jaguar said, he's not leaving. This is my nephew. And they've been having all of those type of bickerings and stuff like that. Then he said the officers tried to pull out their device to do the pow-pow, tried to pow-pow him. And then he said, I prayed that they don't take me out. And then he said, God heard his prayer because one of the officers said, oh no, it's his phone. It's his phone because she put out a report to the cops that he's a veteran and that he want to end people's lives. He want to pow-pow her. So the police came with their weapons drawn and they wanted to pow-pow him. So they have this whole ordeal that's going on in these streets. And then Jaguar got arrested. Then his phone died. Then he proceeded to go right back on that particular channel to say, hey, I have I just said, how's Jaguar? Where she's I'm not gonna tell you where she's at pretty much. You could give cash apps to help bail her out. And of course, people were sending cash apps, but she's not in the hospital. She's not in a jail cell. She's in the hospital. So her husband particularly is scamming the people. Now, this is what I've heard that Jaguar Wright, and Solar, that member from Carbonation, they were sleeping together. Then today,
why some of these people business? I used to be in people business like crazy.
The son was talking. He was doing an interview, saying his mom is okay, his mom is this, his mom is that, but he really ain't giving a tea about his mom having a mental illness. So I didn't really hear that part. And if he did say that, let me know. So his son did an interview. This is really sad, and I'm hearing that the son. The father just want the son back, to be with him, does not do interviews. I did reach out to the father. He denied my request for an interview. And he just pretty much said, just pray, emojis, just pretty much pray. But I did reach out to Jaguar Wright's ex-husband to get him on the show. He declined my request for him to be on the show, but it is quite, sad that, the son, have to speak up and talk about it. And according to Jaguar Wright, her son got autistic. He have autism. So, so you see all of this situation. This is all public. And of course, the blogs have posted it as well. And all of this is going on. But I been knew that she was earlier when she interviewed the ex-husband, when she interviewed Jaguar Wright's mother-in-law, her ex-husband's mother. And when she started arguing and cussing out the mother, so I want to see my son. The son come out and she said, "Mom, I'm fine." She just caused a lot of chaos. She should have been arrested then. She should have been in a psychiatric hospital then, but she wasn't in there then. I saw how she was acting. So a lot of people were saying, "Hey, Jaguar Wright is telling the truth. She's speaking truth to power. If what she's saying, if they didn't sue her, she must be telling the truth." No, they ain't suing her because they know she ain't well. They know, number one, she's not well. Number two, she ain't got no money at the end of the day. And that ain't gonna.
That's true. And then she's running now. We can say this was like 3 years ago, but when she had the lawsuit with Brian McKnight, she's running from the lawsuit.
Don't stop her to do it. And they're just homeless. If they had money, he wouldn't have to ask for cash apps to go ahead on and give to her to get her out of jail. But she's not in jail. She's definitely in the house. Okay, that's what she's at. Now, she did claim, Jaguar said yesterday in that particular video, that Solar is her nephew. That is not true. Solar is not her nephew. That is just a person that she brought in her house because Solar is homeless. He reached out to Jaguar. Jaguar welcomed him into the house, and they allegedly had a relationship. And I can't say the word, but when two people get in the bed, and when you hear that song, "There's a Meeting in My Bedroom," when you hear R. Kelly, when you hear Barry White, when you hear all of that stuff, when you hear some Chris Brown, or when you hear Trey Songz, "Neighbors Know My Name," okay, when you hear that, they was having an affair, and the husband got jealous. And I knew they was having an affair because the husband was talking about this on an interview. They was having an affair. She was giving that wet, that gushy stuff to Solar. And Solar have a tendency, he came from a cult where most everybody in there was sleeping with men, women and women. They did all that. They was catching some bumps, smelling like onions, smelling like musk. They was smelling like all of that. And that's the type of cult that he came from. And so he came right into the YouTube streets. Then the YouTubers came through and they exploited Jaguar Wright for monetary gain. Jaguar came on our show and she stayed for a couple of minutes, and then she did another interview. And then people got on their Instagram, interviewed her, and they said it was a friend of Jaguar. I said, "No, you're not a friend. You here for clicks and views. I'm not mad at you because if you come on your channel to get clicks and views, make you get more money. I think it's awesome, and I think we do what it do." I knew that Jaguar wasn't serious about YouTube because when you go to her channel, baby, she got some World War II type of equipment. Like you see that it's just all the way wrong. I'm like, what in the world are we going to? We go up in there and it's just bad quality, just bad quality. But she go to other channels, she do it and everything like that. But then when she go to them other channels, she don't be calm. She want to cuss. She want to be ratchet. She go to the bigger channels, the bigger YouTube channels. She dressed nice. She come on the channel. She's not really being belligerent. But when she go to smaller channels, she should just say whatever. So I am glad that she's in a house. I'm glad that she gets the medication. She's medicated because I know how this goes because I've been in a house. She cannot leave until they lift that I forgot what they call it, but they put her on a hold, not just on a hold for the S word hold, that if she don't do harm to herself. She will not be able to be released from the hospital until a psych doctor sign off. Now, when you're in a psych hospital and they put you in a hold, and they put you on a by the state, whether it's a 5150 or that, they just put you on a hold. You can go to court and have a quote unquote type of hearing. But typically with those hearings, I was in one of them hearings. They typically take the side of the doctor because if the doctor say Jaguar needs more treatment, she said she's not well to be out there with the rest of society, she would continue to be there to get some help. So you won't be seeing Jaguar until a couple of weeks. If that, and then that doesn't stop her legal problems because if the police feel like they want to file, if they want to arrest her because they're going to be some charges, that could be as well. But when she's in the psych treatment, they won't be able to do anything until the psych doctor sign off to get her to come out there. So she's literally in there getting treatment, speaking to her psych doctor, and there we be able to properly diagnose her. We don't know if she ever been diagnosed. She could be diagnosed, but didn't take her medicine. So now, right then and there, we're going to see how it is. And of course, they're going to see the videos that what she was doing, posting it all on her videos. Like she was posting it everywhere. Everywhere she was posting a video. Everywhere. Ooh, this water's cold. Everywhere she was posting a video. Everybody was posting it, and she streamed it in live time. And all of that stuff was going on. And I said, wow, she's definitely in a psych hospital getting treatment. I don't think her son should be doing interviews. Unfortunately, I don't think so. I don't think her husband's doing it. Y'all should just let Jaguar get the psych treatment. I shouldn't see her son do no more interviews. I shouldn't see the husband doing no more interviews because Jaguar needs the help. You know what I'm saying? Jaguar need assistance. You know, she needs psych treatment. She don't need no more interviews until she's clear-minded, until she's medicated, until, you know, she speaks to her psychiatrist or therapist. I don't think she needs any more interviews because the things that she was saying was out of her mind. So if YouTubers say they love her, they're praying for her, I'll put a camera in front of her face because she literally needs treatment. And she needs to go through this in this healing process, decompress, and maybe when she come out, she will get the help that she needs. And then also, because when you go in a psych hospital, they will tell you, because I've been in a psych hospital a couple of times, they will tell you, they will say, hey, once you leave here, continue to get services outside, you know, get the outside treatment, whether it's going to your doctor, whether it's going to refill your medication. They will tell you, because you will be doing fine in the hospital, because I was doing good, you know, in the hospital. Then once I got out, I think the first or the second time, I stopped taking the meds, and then I ended right back in the hospital. And they tell you, make sure you take your meds, make sure you're going to sleep, make sure you have a good diet, make sure you exercise, make sure you don't put yourself in too much stressful situations, even though stress going to exist, but don't add on to the stress. You need to learn how to manage your stress by taking the medicine, by eating right, by working out, and all of those things. And of course, Jaguar had a lot of stress because she was trying to do interviews. She was overwhelmed. She brought in Solar. That's more stress. Her husband, according, you know, was acting up. That's literally more stress. And so we're seeing all of this. And I said, we need to get treatment for her. And I've said it to other YouTubers, but a lot of them they just wanted a click and a view, but they ain't touching on other stories. They exploited Jaguar Wright. Now, we did not formally invite Jaguar Wright to our show. We invited her back in 2018, 2019, when she first started doing interviews. We invited her on the show. That's when she went on Storm and it went ultra viral. And that's when we invited her. She blocked me on Instagram. So when she came on my show, she just hit the link. And she came on for a couple of minutes.
And she still got to be blocked on Instagram, I think. Let me check.
We was gonna dive into the mental health, all of that stuff, but she hung up. And you know how that goes. But we only got like a couple of minutes of her presence. We didn't email her this year or even last year. We emailed her back the year before last when she was doing interviews with everybody else. But she blocked me on Instagram. So, you know how that goes. So when I was live, she immediately came on the show. Now, yeah, she did. Like when she came on other YouTuber shows, she wasn't in her right mind. She was out. She was incoherent. She was saying some things that wasn't making any sense. She needed treatment then. So I knew that she was going to have her breaking point. And she had her breaking point. Because when you go through your mania, it just don't start when you just have a breakdown. It is a process. It like you're very, very happy, or you're very, very sad, or you're very, very talkative. People forget that. Well, he had all that type of stuff. And Jay-Z, and I told you about that. You get extra talkative, talking a lot, just belligerent. Then you get these grand ideas. The grand idea, Jay-Z watching me. Jay-Z trying to get all these grand ideas. You start to get really, really, really paranoid, and then it comes that mania. It comes out, and you get belligerent. You all that, and then one day you have that break. So she pick up them ashes. She start rubbing it on her face. She start throwing the ashes at her husband. She's having that breakdown. And I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm only speaking from my experience. And I saw that she was having that breakdown. And when she had that breakdown, that's when I knew that Jaguar Wright needed help. And I was happy she had the breakdown because I knew they was going to give her some help. Because most of these psychiatric people and stuff like that, you have to literally commit a crime before they help you. We don't have it in this country where laws are so protected for patient rights, meaning if you have a family member, if you're trying to get them to get treatment, technically, if they don't break a law, it is hard for you to get them in a psych hospital. You have to go through a lengthy court battle, and you may still lose. Like my grandmother tried years to get my uncle to get treatment, but she was able to get a court order, and he spent the rest of his life in a psych hospital. He died in a psych facility. So when it came to Jaguar, I knew that she was not going to get help until the authorities get involved and just force her in the hospital. And I was glad that it happened because she don't get along with her family. Her family distances themselves from her. She don't get along with her ex-husband. Her ex-husband distances from her. She really don't get along like that. And her son just deal with her, but her son know that there's something going on with my mom. And so he loved his mother. He don't want to throw his mother away. What son do? But I'm glad that she was able to get help, not just for herself, but also for her last living son, so he can see his mother well, coherent, healthy, and to be able to not be on the internet. And then maybe when she get well, maybe when she gets treatment, you will not see her going with rants. Maybe she will be focused and say, hey, I want to get the album. Hey, I want to write a book. Hey, I want to do this, instead of just going on YouTube channels. Now, she went on a lot of YouTube channels. YouTubers fell out. It was one YouTuber, she went on their channel, and they fell out with each other. That YouTuber said, hold on. That YouTuber said, I got the quote. Hold on. Got the quote. That YouTuber said, quote, I don't care if Jaguar, she said the D word today. I don't care. So, but that particular YouTuber, she been on her channel a countless times. So I'm like, wow. But that, Jaguar, been on the channel a lot. Okay, so that's how that go. I'm like, oh no. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me now you gonna say all these things about Jaguar and all this, but you wasn't saying it when she was on your channel and getting clicks and views and making you go viral, and when she was dragging Nicki Minaj, when she was dragging Kenneth Petty, she wasn't all of that. But now that you see her having her breakdown, oh, now you want to distance yourself and say, hey, I don't care if she ends today. Oh, now you have that energy. But you weren't having that energy when she was dragging Nicki Minaj, when she was dragging Kenneth Petty, when that narrative came out of the surviving the Pettys, no issue with it. But once you saw that she started turning on you and dragging you, then you want to, you can't even say the lady name in person on the channel. So that's just how that goes. So, yikes. 1K in the chat. Thank y'all so very much. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Now, the main event, because we're going to take some phone calls. I've been telling y'all that Larry Reed, I've said this months ago to Larry privately, and I'm saying it publicly. I said, you need to sue Tasha because she's going to talk about the accuser. I knew that she was going to talk about the truth months ago. I said, she's going to interview him. And you need to say, oh, yeah, Wiley, I'm going blah, blah, blah. I said, because once this happened, the public will turn against you. Didn't do it. We were checking Pacer today to see what something was filed. Nothing was filed against Tasha K or Levantre. Okay? Nothing with Levantre. Nothing with, let me check Pacer again. Nothing with Unwind with Tasha K or Kibi Studios. I don't see any of that being posted with Kibi Studios or with Levantre. Nothing. I'm checking Pacer right now. Absolutely nothing has filed. The only lawsuit is filed is with another YouTuber that he sued. And yeah, that's the only one. So we don't have nothing that came up with today, the current case. And this is the story of Levantre Adams. So I looked it up. Nothing, no Larry Reed versus Levantre Adams, nothing. No Larry Reed Live versus Tasha K or Kibi Studios, nothing. You don't see any of that on Pacer. We checked, actually checked with a lot of other people, legal experts that follow my channel. Levantre, okay? So we don't see any of that. So now the interview had dropped. It dropped today at 12 p.m. noon on the TashaKLive.com. I'm the first and only blogger that is going to review it first. All right. The rest of them just don't want to touch it because Larry Reed paid off a lot of bloggers. Give them $500 super chats, $1,000, laptops, cash apps, condoms, lube, conversation, tickets, OnlyFans, help them to get their OnlyFans subscriptions and all this. So they ain't touching it. All right. They touching Jaguar. They just ain't going to touch this story. Okay. They ain't going to touch this story. They ain't going to touch it. And if they is going to touch it, they ain't going to know what to do. Oh, I don't know. One YouTuber went live. I don't know if I believe it, but I can't hang out if he did it. I'm going to wait until all the details come out, and I'm waiting to this receipt that Tasha got. I don't know. I can't be friends with a person that does it. I don't know. So if it is true, if they doing all that. They did do no. I'm just like, look at these people just stumble because they got money from Larry. They got all that money. So they in the middle. They just I just don't know. You might as well go on and speak in tongues. You might as well just speak in tongues because these people been paid off. Larry, he tried to pay me. He paid me with a couple of cash apps, but wasn't enough for me to retire.
Oh my God, this video was like 3 years old, you guys. I don't know what made me click on this video and watch it. I'm going to play a little bit more of this.
I'm talking about millions. We gave Larry a chance, $2 million, and we won't cover this story. We will act like this story don't exist. I'll be on an island somewhere with me and my family. But if you ain't giving me $2 million to not, I need to keep on talking. I got to get my ministry off the ground to preach to people and prophesy to people. So you only gave me a couple of dollars. That ain't enough to buy a little hamburger. That's about it. By the time you get a hamburger, some French fries, and buy some socks, and that's about it. I'm talking about $2 million. So I could be like you and wear gold chains, wear Prada and Gucci. Man, go to Las Vegas and eat a steak. I like steak too. I ain't really eating steak like that. I'm on a diet. But hey, let me eat a big old lobster tail and bring in people in my house and have a mansion and have a house in Florida, have a house in Georgia. I pay out and retire my parents. That's the type of money I want. The little money you give me ain't gonna keep me quiet. That's too little. Them pockets too low. Man, you better give me some. You better give me something to make me go. We like, oh, I need something like that. That make me go, oh, all these digits. Yeah, I want to be out there sucking on some ribs. I like ribs. So there was some good expensive ribs. See, I get the fake ribs. You know, when you got money, you get them big thick ribs. You can just. Oh my God. I want to be able to do that too. I want to be able to have an event and Yolanda Adams sit down with me and then she sing me a song and I right there. I want the type of money when John P. Key get up there with his big old self on that piano singing, he welcomed me, he welcomed me. I want that type of finances, but just $100, $200 here and there, that ain't enough. That can't pay my rent. I can't pay my rent with $200. Now, if you pay my rent off for about 10 years, then yeah, I'll have your side. I'll be like the other blog with all that false hair. Ain't real. That ain't no real hair. That's false. That ain't your hair. So, and all that, I'll be dragging folks all day. You paid my rent off for 10 years. Bought me a new BMW. Man, hey. Brought me enough so I could pay a staff. Then, yeah, I could defend you all day long. I could defend you. But paying me a little $100 here, $50, that ain't enough. That's too low. Absolutely not. That's too low. Get on out of here with that. That ain't enough to buy me off. What you thought? You thought I was cheap? Man, no. Millions. I want to be able to rub elbows with Bishop Bernard Jordan and his son that's in the closet. I want to be able to talk to the son that's in the closet. I really do want to talk to that son. He in the closet working on his body. He just needs to come out of the closet. God bless you. God love you. God wants you blessed. Sir, I ain't with nobody. God is this. Let me tell you about the Lord. The Lord is my shepherd. I should not want. He lay me in a green pasture. Yeah, I want to be with that stuff. He just needs to come on out the closet. He know he might as well come on out. I see him right there. I'm literally knocking on the closet. Just come on out, prophet. Just come on up out of that closet so you can be free. Man, please. Just all that type of stuff. Man, he's just all up in the closet. Feminine. Oh, yeah. The Lord is my shepherd. Yes, Larry Reed. I feel something right now. I had to unsubscribe from his ministry. Everybody in this ministry is feminine. One person reached out to me in this ministry, said, what do you want the Lord to do for you? Nothing. Tell you to repent and come out that closet. And I unsubscribed. I said, don't be calling me that early, that feminine. Ain't nowhere in the world getting it. You making me feel some type of way like that. No, no. I don't want the world to you tell me absolutely nothing. Sit on down somewhere. I don't want that prophecy and all that type of stuff. No. And them, I subscribe to his prophecy thing. Baby, them people will call you and say, the Lord wants you blessed right now. I have to unsubscribe. From it. Okay? I had to unsubscribe. So I unsubscribed for that ministry because he ain't out the closet. So I can't receive his ministry because he ain't free himself. Come out the closet, then maybe we can talk and date and do everything else. So I want to give a special
hot mess.
Special shout out. I see someone sent a super chat. Miss Grisha for being one of. Okay, I read that. Also, thank you everybody that sent a super chat. Thank you, T.I. Thank you for sending a super chat. Thank you, Karen, for sending a super chat. Thank you, Blue Skies, for sending a super chat as well. So thank y'all for giving. And so, yeah, that man working on his body chain, need to come out of the class. He's very attractive. I'm not there for the prophecy. I'm for another P. Because there's a lot of P's. I ain't after the prophecy. You know that type of P that grows. You know that type of P. You know, another P.
Oh my God! What did I say? All this stuff.
I'm following him to see when he gonna come. He's very attractive. Very attractive. Muscles, man. Hey, you know, date me so I could be the first man. All right.
Yes, I caught it red phone. I think I still got that sore in my mind.
So that's just how that goes. Now we get to the interview. Now the interview is available on TashaKLive.com. Now she got me blocked on the app. You know, she blocked me, but that don't mean I don't have access.
And I'm still blocked on that app.
Access to that app because I got some good producers out there in the world, worldwide. I think a producer, she live in London. Yeah, I think she live in London. Reached out, said, I want you to talk about the app. And I said, yeah, she paid for it. And I said, I'll be on the app. So we talk about a lot of the details in this interview. We're going to review it right now. So she interviewed Levante Adams. They sat down one-on-one. And he said, I'm originally from Frankfort, North Carolina, 15. But I lived in Raleigh, North Carolina. He also said he have an older brother. He said his brother have a different daddy than him. He said his parents, Levante said his parents were married for...
Yeah, because she got me blocked. Tasha got me blocked on X. Wait. I think I'm not blocked on X. Let me double check. Oh, her old page, she blocked me. On a new page, I'm not blocked. I'm not following her. She's not following me. On Instagram, I think I'm still blocked. Let me just double check. On Instagram, I'm still blocked. On Instagram, I'm still blocked. Instagram, I'm still blocked. Where is Storm? Y'all pray for Storm. Storm, I'm about to share something. It's going through health-wise. Y'all pray for Storm Monroe. All that mess. He was talking about me and stuff like that. Y'all pray for him. He's going through in his health. Pray for Storm Monroe. He's going through in his health. He went all over there to Africa. He got the voodoo doctors to do something. That ain't helping him. So y'all pray for him. He's going through in his health. Seriously. Pray for him. The thyroids. He has some thyroid problems. Problems using the restroom. So y'all pray for Storm. Y'all know me and him don't see eye to eye, no pun intended, but pray for him. He's going through in his body. In his body. So y'all pray for him. Pray for Storm. Y'all need to be, I said pray for Storm. Y'all should be praying right there. I'm just saying, y'all should be praying right there. Pray for Storm Monroe. I said, pray for him. One of his subscribers passed away. He posted that 2 days ago. So y'all pray for Storm. Pray for him. So he had some stuff going on in his body. Pray for him. He went to Africa and they got the voodoo stuff, the witch doctor. So y'all pray for him. Y'all need to be praying for him. I'm just giving y'all an idea to pray for him. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I said pray for him. Pray for Storm. That's all I'm saying.
Years. He said he had a dope childhood. He said he plays the drums. He said he travels with artists. However, elementary school, his dad was a superhero. He said his grades were decent, and he said his parents divorced. Then Tasha asked him a question: did you ever doubt about church? He said, I doubt it. He said his mom went from the club to the pulpit. She asked him, do you have any childhood trauma? He said, my mom and dad divorced. He said, my father went from a hero to being absent. He also said that he went absent, and he said he never been arrested. He said at the age, I believe he said at the age of 15, he had a relationship. He had relations with a woman. And then Tasha K asked him, how did you get to know Larry Reed Ministry? He said, it was my mom. She visited the church. This is Levante Adams' answer. She visited Breakthrough Temple. He said making money planning. He said Lamontre said he's making money playing the drums, and he said the mother visit Breakthrough Ministry, that is Larry Reed Ministry, first. He said I was playing the drums at another church, getting paid. He said about 14 or 15 years old. She asked, did they hire you as a drummer? He said in the first month they asked him to play for the Larry Reed Ministries. He said that he found it weird when men hug each other. He said he finds that weird. He said that Larry Reed was the pastor and he was over Bible study. He said, Tasha K asked Lamontre Adams, what kind of pastor was he? Lamontre responds with this, said that it was a very spooky type of religion. They will pray and they randomly will speak in tongues. According to Lamontre, the ministry was kind of spooky. He said one day Larry would be in the pulpit and then he just go randomly speaking in tongues.
Okay. And so I got an update on Storm. According to this, he said, I appealed and it was rejected within a few. This is what he said. He said, at YouTube creators, he said, I am being unfairly striked on YouTube. This is ridiculous how we are treated as creators. And Team YouTube said this: if you think we made a mistake, you can appeal on the YouTube studio within 1 year. We review one appeal per strike, so we're reviewing our policies, including any of all relevant context during the review process. He said, I appealed and it was rejected within a few minutes. It was a waste of time. So that's from Ron and saying, I want to thank my producers there, boots on the ground, or some of they stand there and stuff like that. Again, let me say this. I need y'all to thumbs up and share this live. When this is your sole income, it is sad when your channel gets striked and you can't go live and make money. When that's your sole income. Storm, I don't know what happened, but Storm been having problems with his channel for a long time. For a long time, he been having issues. He been having issues, and this is his income. And when you can't go live, when you can't post, that hurts your income. But one thing about Storm, he ain't got no criminal record, so he can do Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. He can do Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. He got a degree. He got a bachelor's degree. I think he got a bachelor's and a master's. So, but I do feel bad for him, honestly. Even though, he interviewed my roommate. Let me see if I call him now. He have a whole master's degree. One second. Hey, did I get some mail to your house? Oh, okay. How you been? Yeah, so when can you come on the show? I know I got my new laptop, so I can do it now whenever you're free. Because I know you be booked and busy. Oh, okay, that's good. How you been doing? Good, good, good. Okay, I was curious. I was like, did I get some mail sent there? I was curious. Do I still get mail over there? I was just curious. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I'll see you when you come on the show, and I'll see you the link and stuff, and I'll call you to remind you. All right. All right. Bye bye. Okay. So they say y'all two just don't sit for each other because you're really too much alike. You're not gonna back down. Neither Storm. My thing is this: they said Storm has a whole master's degree. He said Storm have a whole master's degree. Yeah, I feel bad for like Storm can't go live. Like Storm is very. Don't get me wrong. I want creators to make their money. Let me see if this is Storm number. Let me see if he still got this number. Oh, I got his old number. I got his old number. I would like to call him because I'm like, what's going on? Because he got me blocked on. I can't communicate with him. He got me blocked everywhere. I don't understand that. And I don't understand how can y'all have this is what I don't understand. If you got 300 some thousand subscribers, don't you have a channel? Don't you have a like a YouTube person that you get on the phone? What do they call that again? They call what do they call it again when you get a lot of subscribers? You're a channel. It's like a person that work with you. Are they do they still do that? Oh, let me Google this. Give me 1 second. Uh, like yeah. So let me see. A partner, that's what it's called. A YouTube manager, a partner manager. So I don't know why. What is your Louis liaison? Thank you, sis. But it's a YouTube partner manager, dedicated YouTube partner manager, a personal representative typically assigned to much larger channel, generally those with millions of subscribers, high impact. Okay, so he don't have that. So they changed that. I'm just trying to see here. I'm minding my own business. I'm not gonna get too deep in this because I know people are trying to make up stuff. People trying to make up stuff, but it is sad. That's how Tasha held Funky and others. He need to go and ask Tasha K. See, I can't reach out to him. He got me blocked. And mind you, he sent this back on December 31st. And then something happened with the Celebrity Doctor channel. Did they disable the Celebrity Doctor channel? And see, when I go to the Celebrity Doctor channel, he probably hid the channel because it did say terminated. I think he hid it, and he does real good with the view. But this is crazy. This is crazy. Let me go back. Because something happened to his channel before, and something happened to his channel before on December 3rd. It's like he keep getting suspended. The page is available. Sorry about that. Try searching. I think he probably took it down. Hold on, let me click on it and see something real quick. I don't have none of his videos because I don't watch him like that. I'm surprised Conscious haven't talked about it. But he over there trying to talk to Larry Reed, and this whole situation is going on with Larry Reed. And I'm trying to see now. Okay, I'm on the Celebrity Doctor one. It said 404 not found. The page is available. Sorry about that. Try searching for something else. Okay. So the thing with Larry Reed, it's there Conscious interviews some people about Bishop Bernard Jordan and pretty much saying that Bishop Bernard Jordan is gay and he needs to come out the closet, that he treated some members of his church wrong. Larry got out there and said, "Oh, I'm crying. It's hurtful." But Larry sending these people to Conscious to interview. So they had this whole thing. They tag teaming against Bishop Bernard Jordan. It's sad. It's really, really sad. But Bishop Bernard Jordan, that's something that you gotta be careful who you team up with. You gotta be careful who you team up with. Cause that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a because I saw it over there. I don't like to watch that when you try to team up against a preacher, and you was cool with the preacher. Y'all was tag teaming like and sending it to Conscious, and then Larry hitting the clip acting like he's so innocent. You sending this stuff to this man. They don't know no Conscious TV. They know Larry, but Larry gonna keep his hands clean. Let Conscious do all the dirty work. I'm not mad at the man because the man gonna get his coins. The man gonna get his coin. I'm talking about Kanye. He's gonna get his money, his coins. I get that. I understand that. Make your money, player. But Bishop Bernard Jordan, he should have known if you was a prophet. You didn't see that. See, y'all gotta be careful who y'all team up with. Who y'all team up with. And look, I ain't gonna never get off this live. So this came down my timeline. Disturbing Baton Rouge middle school counselor accused of inappropriately messaging a 14-year-old girl placed on administrative leave. I was about to holler at you. Listen to what he said to this 14-year-old girl. So he reached out and said, "Girl, I don't know. I didn't know you was a student. I was about to holler at you, LOL, until I really saw who you was, LOL. How could someone forget you?" Then she responded, "LOL, I don't know. Sometimes people just forget." And then he said, what would you have said if I forget who you was and tried to holler? LOL. I would have maybe said, sorry, I'm 14. LOL. And then he said, LOL, not, hey, you already know me. Then say that, LOL. And then the 14-year-old said, LOL, you're right. Then the brother, let me see what the brother said.
A grown ass man with a bunch of kids hop in the DMs of a 14-year-old little girl, which happened to be my sister, my little sister. I'm not gonna say, let me rephrase that, not grown ass man, a bitch ass nigga. A bitch ass nigga hop in the DMs of a 14-year-old little girl. That 14-year-old little girl who was a former student at the school that you're the guidance counselor of the year at. And a student of a school that you're the head football coach at. Because now my little sister has moved on to high school, but you made it clear that you couldn't forget her from middle school. It's one of the yeah.
Woo! It's crazy. Then he said, wait, so it's some more messages here. Said, this is what the counselor said. This is the adult here. This man said, so you missed the bus today. I could have dropped you off. And then the 14-year-old girl said, okay, oh, thanks. That would have been nice. And then the counselor, this is the adult here, said, what part of town you live in? Do you know I coach FB there? Do you know because the 14-year-old said no, what part of town? I live in Plank Road. Then he responded, yeah, I can talk you if you miss the bus. I can take you if you miss the bus. Just let me know. And they said, okay, thanks. Then he responded, why was you still at school? You be needing rides home? I didn't know you like girls. What? This man, a grown man here, y'all. I don't know you like girls. That's my best friend, LOL. And then he said, um, this grown man said, why was you still at school? You be needing rides home. Then she responded, the 14-year-old responded, no, I ride the bus home, but the only time I would need a ride is when I miss the bus. Then he said, "Oh, he gonna get fired. Ed probably arrested." He said, "No, I don't have one." LOL. Wow, I can't believe that. He's the 14-year-old said, "No, I don't have one." LOL. Then this grown predator said, "Wow, I can't believe that." Then the 14-year-old said, "LOL, why is that?" The grown man said, "Not trying to sound weird, but you fired. That's why I can't believe." And then the 14-year-old said, "Oh, okay, thanks." Then the grown man said, "You don't think you are?" And then the 14-year-old said, "I don't know, to be honest." Then this grown predator said, "Smile. What you should know, you should think very highly of yourself." And then the 14-year-old said, "Okay, and thanks again." Then the mama, she got her hand. Somebody got that hand over the message. I can't read it. It said, "No problem. What's up?" Okay. Then he put a heart emoji on one of her pictures, and then she said thanks, and then he said, "You never finished telling me." Wish it was a way for it not to go away. LOL. Oh. And then the 14-year-old said, "LOL. It's not my birthday. It's my friend's birthday. I just reposted." Oh, okay. LOL. Then he posted a heart emoji on his picture. Wow, this 14-year-old. Oh my God, she got all that weave in her hair. Anyway, let me mind my business. That ain't my child. That ain't my child. Got weave all in her hair, dressed like a grown woman. That mama need to make her dress like a 14-year-old. But that grown man, that predator man, it's crazy. That's why you got to really watch your children and understand, even though you're 14 years old, you don't need to be on social media, and that predator don't need to be around kids. Okay, you shouldn't be on social. You should only get on social media until you're 18 and up. When you're 14, you shouldn't be on social media. That's just my cup of tea. But you raise your children like you want to raise your children, right? I'm just saying. Okay. Anybody else want to call in? The number's on the screen, 972-674-9462. This is really sad, y'all. Like, I'm really sad about the storm stuff. Really, like, this is crazy to me. This is really, really crazy. Wow. I'm just minding my business, y'all. Okay. This was a good live. Thank y'all so very much. I'm gonna get myself together. I got some business to take care of today. Thank you all so very much. Need your support, need your prayers. We'll be back again with another video tomorrow. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is working. Y'all do know I have to do it according to today's Wi-Fi here, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so very much. Little black boy, you beautiful little black girl, you are enough. When times come, always remember to put God first. Talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for watching.